Hey guys, welcome to a video. I'm going to teach you how to set up my um, Project Aurora 1.0. So I have done a lot of stuff with this robot, and I just think it's a pretty good. Um, I just think it's a pretty good robot. So I'm going to teach you guys how to set it up, and you probably won't get this until I give it out to people. But this is just for the right? So here we go. I have what you want to do is you want to make a TradingView account and then go to charts, right? Um, and then you're going to want to name, you're going to want to hit rename, and it should say unnamed right here. And you're going to want to name that Project Aurora. And then, well, if you don't have, if it's not, if you're not like free enough, like if you just get the free version, I probably wouldn't use it, but it doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm going to teach you how to add it. So go to your files, and you're probably going to see something like this: basic data, final, info, tests. Go to final, and you're going to see pretty much these right here. And now these are your program files. This Pine file is for me, so you don't have to touch that. In fact, you can just see it, but you probably won't. Alright, so this is the Project Aurora analysis, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. So I'm just going to go through all of them, and you're going to save them to your TradingView. So I'm going to go to main bot. So this is the main bot, and what I'm going to do is select all, literally copy, and then I'm going to go into Pine Editor. I'm going to erase this and hit paste, and then add a chart. So as you see, you can add it to your chart. It just takes a second, and there you go. So that's the main robot right there. Now we are going to set it up on a few different ways that you can program it to. So that's how you do that. And then you're going to want to hit Control S or Command S, or save the save button right down here. And you're going to save it as Project Aurora 1.0. I already have it saved, so I don't have to do that. And you can just leave it on your chart, but I'm going to exit. So yes, and then what you're going to want to do is, so we already did the main bot, and now we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the Project Aurora backtesting. So backtesting main, any of these are fine. So we're just going to go here. It looks like almost the same code pretty much, but it has a tester in it, basically. Backtesting. Alright, then you hit save, and then add a chart, and then you name it as Project Aurora backtesting. And as you can see right here, give it a second. There you go. So now it's backtesting, and now you have the statistics right here. Now you can leave both of those on the chart. So I had the Project Aurora, but you don't have to leave it there. You can find it in indicators, and then my scripts, and then it's here. All right, but that doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is basically do that for all of them, and this manual right here is for you to read, not a person. I'm going to go explain it. I'm going to go through it and explain it. Two. Then Project Aurora trade entry. So PA, anything that says PA, just put Project Aurora. So trade entry, Project Aurora, and yeah, so put all of them in your TradingView, and then after you exit out of all of them, if you have the free account version, you're not going to be able to make another one of these, so you're going to have to individually go through it and then change the chart settings and everything. But if you bought even the base version, you should be able to do this. You should be able to come down here, load chart settings, and then make a new chart, load new chart layout. And I already used all mine, but do that, and then just name it as Project Aurora, and then trade entry, and then you can also do an analysis one, but you don't have to do that. So I just have my main Project Aurora. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and I'm going to take you all through the settings. So that's how you get the robots on your TradingView. Now I'm going to show you how TradingView is going to communicate with the robot. All right, so you need to use specific chart settings. So chart settings, show dividends on chart. yes. Earnings breaks, you don't want event breaks. Trading, in a trading, you want to show positions, basically, yeah. Instant order placement, show buy and sell buttons, you don't need that. Yeah, you don't really need that. Actually, I could do that. It doesn't really matter. This is just preference. Yeah, pretty much. And then this is pretty much all preference too. And then scale, this actually matters. So if you want, no, sorry. So this is what you want. So you want it basically to look like this. It should look like this pretty much from stock, but this is another bit. So for the robot to be as accurate as possible, it says precision. And then it says precision, and what you want from it is to be really, really precise. So this is the best number that you want right here. That's basically the billionth decimal point. You know, I'm just kidding, but I'm exaggerating a little bit. But if you're on a gaming desktop or pretty much any desktop, you can use these three right here. If you are on an OK laptop, use these two. And then if you are on a phone or a crap laptop, you can use this one, and default. This will give you better results right here. So, you don't have to use time zone Denver, but yeah, don't use extended hours, okay? Please don't. Please don't, alright? Because it doesn't really work with it, alright? So, here we go. Those are your chart settings for the Project Aurora main. So you can just save those right there, and you hit the cloud when it refreshes like that and it loads. So as you can see, you're going to want to go to indicators, and then you're going to want to turn on the Project Aurora 1.0. You're going to want to turn on the Project Aurora trend signals and turn on the Project Aurora backtesting. All right, right there. And now all of those are on the page right now. So if I turn on that, you're going to see it basically look like that. Sorry if it's glitching so much. It's freaking, I don't know, TradingView is kind of whack. I just need to refresh the chart real quick. So I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to refresh. Alright, so now we should actually be running at a better speed. Alright, so if we can see right here, we have our backtesting data right here. And now we have the three indicators on the charts. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can't. I'm going to move my screen right there, actually. Yeah, I'm going to move it so you can see what I see. So you have your three Project Aurora, Project Aurora trend signals, and then Project Aurora backtesting. Now I am in the process of adding the trend signals to the main robot, but yeah, pretty much just that. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, it's kind of glitchy right now. I have no idea frickin' why. But I'm just going to explain it wait. Alright, so that's how you get the Project Aurora 1.0, the trend signals, and everything up. So that's your main Project Aurora, and then if you're on if you're on the free plan, you're going to have to switch between these, and yeah, you don't really want to do that. But if you have any paid version, not of mine, but if you're of TradingView, you can basically make a new chart layout, and then I just have it as trade entry. That what you're going to want is you're going to want to have all these settings on. So you're going to want to have extended hours on. You're going to want to have my Project Aurora entry isolator, and then you're going to want to have my Project Aurora trade entry, which are these buys and sell signals, but they're not buys and sell signals, they're buy and sell points. Then I have this, which is, yeah, we don't need that. That's actually going to glitch it out, and I don't give you that anyway. So I have my two SMAs or whatever, but you don't really need that. So this is what you're going to be running on. You have your Project Aurora trade entry isolator, which is basically a glorified MACD. Yeah, pretty much. And then you have your buy and sell signals. So I'm going to teach you how I go through all of them. If I go like this, and if I go, alright, so Project Aurora 1.0. I'm going to teach you how to use it. So you can see we have you have your source for buy, you have your source for sell, and you have your source for short. Each of these can change based on whatever. If you want a more confirmation, you can use any of these high, low, close, so it's just averages. Yeah, you can use any of those averages right there. But if you want more like if you want it to be more jumpy, you can have it set as low, close, open, or literally anything. I have low for the sell, so the sell is going to go off immediately, and then also the buy is going to go off pretty fast because it's only looking at the highs. And then you have this extra thing, it's called show ATR sell signal. If I do that, I'm actually going to turn off these two short points so you guys can see them. So as you can see, there is currently no sells on the entire chart right now. Alright, but as soon as I turn this on, you can see those are the ATR sells. So you don't have to do it in your head. And you can also set an alert for that, and I'll show you how to do that. But I like just my regular sell points, and if I was trading Bitcoin or some other currency, I'd probably use this, but I don't really use ATR that much. ATR multiplier, that's how you tune the ATR, and then ATR. And then down here you have your tools. So if I turn that off, you can see that there's no like band for the short. So if I turn the band for the buys on, that's how the buys are going to buy. And if I turn the sell bands on, that's how the sells, and it kind of gets really crazy once I turn 3 of them on because you can't really understand them. So I just like to leave them all off unless I'm looking at a specific thing. If you wanted to show doji signals, you can. Where is it? It takes a second. It's going to load, okay? But it actually does. It shows like a D under the candle. So you can do that. Show AI data. So that is basically this piece right here. It extends its prediction a few more candles. So it thinks that those are going to be the few middle of these candles. So it thinks that the next candle is going to be at 146. Wait, no, I can go like this. Yeah. So you're going to want to look right here. So we have it thinks it's going to be at 146.79. Then it thinks it's going to be at 146.31. And then it thinks that it's going to be at 146.37. And the way that you can see that is right here. You can see these EMA forecasts right here. And you can turn them off if you don't like them, but I like them. So if I keep going down here, if you want to show news on chart and then the sensitivity on the chart, so that's it. So if I went like, if I did 5 sensitivity, if I did 5 sensitivity, it's going to look different than 20. So if I go 20, which is stock, you can see the green, red, and okay, so green is good news. Dark green right here is worse news, and then orange is kind of bad news, and then blue is neutral news, and then red is bad news. All right, so you can just see that out on the chart. All right, and then show forecasts. That's how you just turn that off, and yeah, those two basically do the same thing. So mess with those how you want. If you wanted the support resistance, so you can see it shows the support resistances right there. So if I turn them off, and then this is how you tune the forecasts. So if you ever wanted to interact with AI data and you were just like saying, all right, well, I really think it's going to go up. Well, I can basically adjust how much I think it's going to go up, and then the robot will do the rest of the thinking. So if I go right here, look back days, I just do 15, so that's basically like an SMA pretty much, but it takes information from the past 15 days. Source type, TMA, you have all these different ones that you want to use. Close, resolution, forecast. So if I thought that it was going to be bullish, I can start estimating how much it's going to be bullish. So now, as you can see right here, look at how much it moved. But as soon, the magnitude, so let's just say that I think it's going to go, wait for it, Wait for it to load. Let's just say I think it's going to go up that much. Let's just, I say I think it's going to go up that much, all right? And I'm predicting it's going to go there. Well, the robot is going to overestimate on some other things to make this work. But you don't have to do that, so I just like to leave it on neutral, and then same thing if you thought it was going to be bearish, all right? But I like to leave it on neutral. Dashboard, so if you want to move the dashboard, this is the X length. So if I turn this up, it should move. Yeah, there we go. So if I want to move that, I definitely can. ATR length, so that's just how it sees it, and that's where it gets all of its calculations from. Yeah, that's basically how you move the dashboard again, and then use different time frame. So this is for this chart confirmation line right here, and what this line does is basically a smart moving average, kind of. So if you want to use different time frame, you can use same as signal. You can basically do whatever the heck you want with it. But our moving average length for the chart confirmation, so this is integrated with the AI that's built into it, and it's going to try to merge all the information together and, yeah, apply the rules that the robot's going to use. All right, so if you want some color smoothing, so if I don't want change color based on direction, it's going to change color of that. Yeah, pretty much. Right, and then if I go to style, I can literally change the color of anything I want. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, right. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just going to teach you what the colors on the bars mean. So, orange means calculated downtrend or downtrend pullback. Then the maroon, wait, no, that should be yellow. What the heck is going on with my screen? Wait, is that interfering with it? Yeah, that is. Shoot. So I need to change this color to yellow. All right, so yellow could possibly change directions. Dark green, like this candle right here, it means that calculated pullback. And then this red, strong red, is strong downtrend. And then we have right here, we have maroon, which is calculated pullback, but that didn't really happen. And then yellow is possibly changing directions, and then green is strong uptrend. So the robot kind of plots it on the chart for you, and yeah, pretty much just like that. All right, so, and then trend signals are pretty much the same thing, but a little bit. So you can see we have the trend signals: uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. You're not trading off of these besides your short signals. So when you start to short, that is the buy signal or the uptrend is going to be your sell signal for the short. So if I went like this, we have our short, boom, and instead of selling my short up here next to the buy, which would only make me 6%, I sell it down here and it would be 8%. So yeah, that's why we do that. All right, and then I'm going to show you about the back testing. Back testing, if I turn that on, you can see the back testing working. All right, it's kind of like pretty much these two combined with, you get to see the back testing. All right, so what I use this for is tuning. So you can see I have my percent profitable, how much money I made, and then so you have strategy, direction, long, all, short. So if you only wanted to take long positions, that's what you do. If you wanted to take all positions, that's what you would do. Only shorts, that's how it is. All right, so properties, that's the initial capital, so this is what it's going to base its order off of. Slippage, so let's just say you miss a little bit and it's not that good of a trade like that, so pretty much. All right, go on this, and you have your backtest start year, backtest start month, backtest stop. Yeah, it's basically how far you want to backtest. Yeah, pretty much. So this is, now there isn't like a thing for this because it says source for trend, fine tuning for trend, sensitivity for trend. So this is all for the uptrend and downtrends. This is basically the same. So if I was going to copy this, I'd literally just take a picture of it and then copy it into these two, the Project Aurora 1.0 and then Project Aurora trend signals. So yeah, pretty much. Right? Yeah, and then actually, hold on, I'm going to go over the manual with you. So all of these, wait, no, I'm going to go over the, one more thing, analysis. So if you choose, you can use the analysis on it. And so I have my trading project or analysis page. So it's basically two SMAs, and it also has support resistance lines. So if you're a day trader or you just are looking for a good point to get in, or you're looking for long term, you can adjust those to whatever you want. Yeah, pretty much. Load coding, so that's mine. Project Aurora trade entry. So you're gonna have these three if you choose to use all of them. So I have trade entry, my buys, my sells, and how I use this is I'm gonna go through the entire process right now. So if I was gonna make a trade, let's just say on this buy signal, let's just turn these on. I like to keep my backtesting off because I already backtested it. So on November 16th at 7:30, there's a buy signal, but you don't buy on that signal. Sorry, I need to sneeze. All right, so you don't buy on the buy signal, you buy on the next candle. So once you get past this confirmation candle right here, so I like to call this the confirmation candle and then the final candle. So once you get past the confirmation candle and then you get the final candle, you can now go to the trade entry, and now November, what was the date? 16th at 7:30. So at 8 o'clock actually, we gotta wait till the next buy signal. So at 7:58, that's when we first start looking for our next buy signal. And then boom, we have our first buy signal. You wait till the next candle. So at 8:30 exactly, that's our buy. That's basically where. Wait, no, that's November 19th. I'm sorry. November 17th. Let me just clear the chart right there like that. All right, so November 16th at. Okay, so that's 8 o'clock. So I would count that as a buy signal, but you don't have to. So I probably just would have bought right here, but if you bought, like, if it's within a minute, I mean, I still would have bought, okay? So you don't have to be quite exact with that. So at 6:59, and once it turns 8 o'clock, I would have looked back, oh, it was a minute ago. I'm just going to buy it right now. And that your average price would have been at 146.13, so pretty darn nice. And sadly, this would have been a losing trade because, yeah, market conditions are just not favorable right now. So there's a buy signal, and then we had a sell signal, and then we had a strong downtrend, and now we're just trading in freaking so much consolidation. Yeah, so that's how I would make a trade. But now I'm going to go over my rules, and I'm going to move myself up here again. So now I'm going to go over my rules. Where is it? Stocks, spots, Project Aurora, final manual. So once you get this, I don't care about the spelling, so don't even get me on that. Right? So it shows what Project Aurora is. Buy and sell signal rules. Buy, sell, and short after the first signal is known on the confirmation. So that's the confirmation candle and then the final candle. You buy on the final candle. Don't trade on the day before election or any sort of war or any sort of massive situation going on. If it drops more than 1% below the day's original value for the short, and then it shows a short signal, then you can short on that day. So yeah, take that any way you want. Don't trade pre-market or aftermarket. Rules don't buy if there's a resistance under this confirmation line. So right here, that would have been a losing trade, but as you would think that, oh my gosh, the sell signal is actually down here, so that's the real price. Well, right here, you would buy on this candle right here, and then you'd sell on resistance right up here, not on the sell signal, all right? And you still use your trade entry and trade exit strategy, but, you know, and then don't buy if there's a resistance. So, so like this, you would probably not buy, because on the final signal, on the final candle, you can see that there's a resistance right there. So you wouldn't buy until it finally crosses this line and turns green. So that's another way that it will trade. So that's a buy, but you wouldn't trade there. You wouldn't trade there either, because it's still touching. But then you'd finally buy on this candle right here. Because this candle is not touching the line, and this candle is not touching the confirmation line anymore, and it's above it. So yeah, that's how it goes. All right, and then yeah, you guys can just read this too, but I'm just going to go through it. Sell on resistance, sell on confirmation candle, sell using the sell using the trade entry signals, and then short using the trade entry signals too. If you're holding a short position overnight, have a stop order already in. Have a stop order in where you bought it for. So if I was trading TQQ, if I was trading SQQ, if I was shorting it at 25 and it was going up, have a stop order where you bought it at. So, you know, that's how it is. All right. So this doesn't really involve you that much, but I just thought I might go over the basics. All right. So here we go. So that's how to install the Project Aurora robot, I guess, and yeah, how to use it with basic rules. Now that's the basic way of using it. Now I use it in a more complicated way, and you guys can watch more videos of that, but you know, that's how it is.